Hello, I'm FGX Toycat, and I recently asked a friend of mine if he could make a communist propaganda texture pack for Minecraft. His answer was no. Because of course it should be an Hourcraft texture pack instead. There should be equality amongst the Minecraft. Oh, there's no marketplace button. As you can see, the main menu has been decapitalized with its filthy marketplace. Instead, we play the game, or we have the settings perfectly equally balanced on the main menu itself. No unfair options are advertising to you right here. The marketplace is capitalist nonsense. I agree, Mr. Stalin. So today I have a pretty standard Minecraft Let's Play for you all. Everything's gonna be perfectly normal. There's gonna be no hammer and sickles on the, the leaves or pictures of Joseph Stalin on the wood. Nope, this is just a normal Minecraft Let's Play. Just for balance though, I think we should chop down a fair variety of trees. So we're gonna not only get the Joseph Stalin block, but also the in color Joseph Stalin block, which is acacia wood for reasons I'm not really entirely sure of. I love that the inside of the block is still, orange like it would be if it were an acacia block, but it's made even better by that. Also, I've just spotted right now, look, when you break a block, it slowly makes the hammer and sickle as the breaking pattern. That is beautiful that a texture pack can change that. Really do have to say. So just like all good super authoritarian states of the 20th century, I'm gonna totally claim that this isn't, propaganda that I'm feeding you right now. I mean, these hammers and sickles just happen to be here if they're on accord. The fact that the sun is literally a face of Stalin, pure coincidence. I mean, if this was propaganda, the hammer and sickles wouldn't be rotated randomly, would they? This is a Bedrock feature in case you're curious, but it is kind of beautiful because if you don't look too closely, it's like, oh yeah, that's just a nice texture that looks kind of like the USB logo, and then you look at an individual block and you're like, wait a minute. And then you look at closer at blocks like this and you're like, I'm starting to see that maybe there's a pattern going on. And it seems like the coal blocks actually are, belonging to us as well. You can even tell by the logo, which, you can see the mining logo perfectly lines up with the block in a way that's actually beautiful, in a way that's probably not even intended, but I love seeing it. It's like, yeah, these are coal blocks that slowly get more and more hourified until all of a sudden it appears in the world. You see, blocks that belong to one person look like this. Blocks that belong to all of us are a much more refined form that we can actually take along with us, and now we can even fuel a furnace with it. Also, what is this crafting table? So I've killed a few sheep now, I've gotten myself some food, but I've also gotten myself some wool, which, I mean, I should have seen this one coming. Again, no propaganda whatsoever, pure coincidence, but all of the wool colors are exactly the same. Again, you might say that instead of being separate, divided, and in an equal society, now all of the wool colors have been made equal. I think that's a fair statement to make, right? Isn't it much better when all the wool colors are exactly the same? I think it definitely is, and everyone who tells you otherwise is someone we should send straight to the gulag. Speaking of gulags, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking Minecraft is a game that heavily encourages individualism, encourages you to seek things for yourself rather than for the greater good of the state, and I know that's what you're thinking, but think about this otherwise. Think about how Minecraft actually directly encourages and proposes for the collectivization of agriculture. This village, and indeed every village, any trace of humanity inside Minecraft, has communist farming as a system already, and I think you'll find it works pretty great. What's that? Think you can individually own resources? Nope, these are our resources. As you can see, I can take them freely and no one minds because they belong to all of us. That's definitely how villages work, and we're gonna get some sleep in. All of the villagers who didn't believe in collectivization and live outside the village, look how they're doing right now. Does this look like the sort of person you'd like to be? No, it doesn't. Oh god, we're actually gonna die. I mean, is this guy living his ideal life? I think you'll find he's not. Living by yourself outside of the great collectivization, bad. Living within the village, wonderful place where food is bountiful and can be taken by anyone who needs it. We can take things a step even further than that because Minecraft actually has direct gulags within the game. A place that you can send things if you want them to, just be away from you for a little bit, and maybe there's a bit of danger involved because guess what? Desert temples very much are gulags that very much have the threat of death if you don't follow the, the law above you. So we found a bunch of rotten flesh in there, which is going to be super handy when inevitably the agriculture fails and we have to start eating each other. And I know what you're saying, Toycat, you're going a bit far. Obviously no communist societies had to eat each other for food. And I say in response to you, look up the Siege of Stalingrad. And that is a depressing little read that I don't recommend. So instead, let's go happy-go-lucky back into the village. Look at these flower pots, aren't they adorable? What's this? Another wildly successful village under communism. I mean, as you can see, correlation of number of hammer and sickles to successful village is wonderful. You might say, where are all the people that are supposed to live in this village, Toycat? And you know what I'd say in response to that? Shush, let's focus on the official metric, or maybe you'll get sent to a gulag. So as you can see, here is another fascinating example of society thriving under communism. Look how many hammer and sickles they have, and look how many great houses they've built. You might say, Toy Cat, where are all the people that are meant to live in those houses? And I say, shush, better focus on the official party line, because you know what happens when you ignore the governing party under a system like this. So I haven't seen one yet, but I need to know what the pig texture looks like, because I bet it's a pig, right? Like capitalist pigs. That's my theory. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, no pigs yet, but I found this beautiful block right here. I mean, look at the way the colors pop. This is something we need to take with us before we go any further. It is apparently granite, by the way, in case you're curious. So yeah, granite is the really beautiful block in this texture pack. Just saying. Blocks that take hard work from the collective look beautiful. Blocks that take only a little bit of work from no one, not so beautiful, eh? So the river is red, which makes me think maybe it's filled with the blood of the enemies of the collectivized world that we all dream of. Or maybe it's been contaminated. Or maybe there's just a bunch of communist squid in there that are doing the Lord's work and bringing communism to the ocean. Something we've never succeeded with in humanity, but Minecraft proves it's totally possible. So the filthy capitalists will try and convince you that horses are a better way to get around, but believe me, we have a perfectly good example of, communist engineering right here. It is the communist transport method, which is so much better, more efficient. I mean, it's even smaller. And you know what? How do you ride it? You can actually make the saddle yourself. That's how beautiful this is. So we're going to take our saddle for our horse, which, gotta love the way the saddle looks. And we're going to tame our communist horse. And now, like all good Soviet things, instead of us being in control, we kind of wait till it takes us where we want to go. Okay, it didn't work how I wanted to, and now I'm under attack by the capitalists again. Again, darn it. It seems as though, coincidentally, nothing to do with the fact that I chose a poor method to transport because I was unable to pick the good ones because I resisted globalization. No, it's the capitalists ruining it again, damn it. I mean, you can't have a good ideology unless your ideology doesn't work in the existence of literally any other one. So, I think we've nailed it. Also, look how beautiful the ground is in the savannah. I finally found the pigs, and I'm so confused. Just like how I'm confused by the success of capitalism, despite it being an incredibly inferior system to the one true, one that we all know exists, that even Endermen believe in. But yeah, what is this even supposed to be? I cannot tell you. I could not tell you. What is this we see? My comrades in the village welcomed me in with open arms. They have a collectivized system right here. They even have the greatest defense that doesn't care about creepers, apparently. Okay, I mean, sure, the defense, didn't come after me, but they were after the greater good of the system, right? I mean, if we just ignore the good of all the individuals and we focus on how great the village as a whole is going to be after this, then everything is going wonderfully right now. That's right, if we ignore all the metrics that matter and just focus on the ones that we cherry pick, we can actually prove this village is doing wonderfully. And yeah, just an interesting little fact, actually, is that most communist countries do really good with education, and this village is no exception. Look at all the books they have. Even got a little seat on which to read those books, and we all know this seat is glorious. But even though all the blocks look the same, you actually can see the ores pretty clearly. You've just got to look past the sea of hammer and sickles. But I mean, if you think about it, the current stone texture, it's only so easy to see past because we're used to it. I reckon you could get used to this in a day, and maybe even find it better, because, the amount of ore we can just instantly see, like coal, iron. Very easy, very useful. Okay, get this, gang. I've seen something truly horrifying. Not only have I seen villagers trying to get private property, but they've been buying and selling it from each other. This is disgusting. This is an affront to the system we all believe in. And it's only right, rather than a trial, due process and all of that, we know that they're capitalist scum, and therefore we're going to purge them immediately. All of you right now, just all the way gone. Some people say purging even those who aren't guilty, is wrong and, is something we should morally question. But what I say is, with enemies like these, who needs friends? The ultimate test for any texture pack is how good the gravel looks, and you know what? This is, middle of the road as far as I'm concerned. Like, I mean, it's got the very nice Joseph Stalin outline from the side, but from the top, you're just like, is this ugly gravel or what? Although I guess, Joseph Stalin's head from the top, probably not particularly pretty. Wait, am I going to get sent to the gulag for that? So now the fun questions we get to ask are, 1, what does the nether portal texture look like? Should have seen it coming. Should have seen it coming. And 2, what's on the other side of that nether portal texture? I love this logo. It's beautiful. No one can argue otherwise. Try your best, because, oh, Jesus Christ. This is a scary place to be in. So this is what the capitalist pigs look like once they've cannibalized themselves, just like they cannibalize our society with their evil ways. And yeah, basically if we head This way we should be able to find some more mobs and some more. Again, finding ore in this texture pack, very easy to do. Even when the textures are as confusing as, I assume, Stalin's eyes repeated over and over again, it is easy to find the few that actually do have ores attached. As I see it, though, there's only one logical way into this one. Using beautiful, communist TNT right here that isn't very effective. Sure, we need a lot of communist explosion. Oh god, I must have hurt the zombie pigman using the TNT. Oh dear god, not a good idea. It's a small detail, but the nether brick is actually oh Jesus Christ. Detail I was saying, but the nether brick block is actually called the Netherland brick block. You know, you can't disagree with that too much, can you? The biggest problem with this texture pack is that somehow Stalin is slowing us down rather than bringing us into the future. That just doesn't make any sense to me. It's a flaw in the canonicalness of this texture pack, that's for sure. That's right, we died. You know, you might say this was my mistake. I say, this is our mistake, comrade. So yeah, even though I couldn't bring glory to Mother Russia, I feel like the very least I can do is show you around the rest of this absolutely beautiful texture pack made by BC Deshi. It's really, really quite something. All of the concretes also are equal. Again, something that, Minecraft, never managed to do was to make all of the colors equal, but, Communism texture pack immediately gets us there. Same with, again, anything else that's got some colors to it. Even the coral is all equal in the end. Even all of these shulker boxes are equal, as it turns out, and I think that is absolutely beautiful. Also, because the texture pack replaces every instance of the word I with we, it means every enchantment is like protection we, or projectile protection we, which makes it sound like we're talking French here, but no. Yeah, you can actually find ridiculous enchantments in Minecraft, and I love that it's just a small side effect. Also, this one isn't unintentional, but like, fun fact, it's called the pole end rod instead of the end rod, and that is a thing that has happened as a result of long story short, look into the partitionings of Poland. It's sad, they didn't get divided between Russia and Germany once, or twice, but actually thrice. And, pretty appropriate. I'm super glad the block of redstone lives up to its name. The reddest block in Minecraft, you could say. Also, now there's a canon explanation for why the shield blocks 100% of incoming damage, as you can clearly see. It's just, this stuff all just makes sense. I mean, these eye offenders are beautiful, so I mean, I've got high hopes for what happens on the other side. Oh no, it's a Soviet dimension. The dragon is the one thing standing between us and communist utopia. That's what I understand from this fight. But yeah, the dragon seems to just be like a Stalin white thing. It looks like a bone dragon, but the bones are made from Stalin's bones, maybe. So you have to fight the ghost of Stalin if you want to unlock communist utopia. Again, probably true enough, according to communist scholars that I haven't listened to. And yeah, you gotta also take down the communist hat. Again, lots of very nice small touches in this texture pack. I could go through all of them in today's video, just scroll through the creative inventory even more, but instead, I'm gonna allow anyone who wants to download this texture pack to do so, the link down below. Again, super impressive job by Deshi just to do this on an offhanded comment where I was like, what if Minecraft but communist propaganda? I love when something that starts as a joke turns into a real thing, and yeah, the dragon is the foo, I've just realized. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure that all of you equally hit that like button. If one of you doesn't, believe me, I'll know. Believe me, I'll know if you haven't liked the video, and the NKVD will come after you. But also, if you'd like to see other videos, not all of them in communist texture packs, but at least one of them will be. You can also subscribe with the bell, of course, turned on, because that's the only way to guarantee you see an equal amount of notifications, i.e. all of them. Share that amount of notifications, fairly. And yeah, as a result, if you want to see all the notifications, make sure you subscribe with notifications turned on to see future ones of my videos. The reason I say that, obviously, is because I would prefer it if you choose to see more of my videos, because that is how I make my livelihood on this platform. But if you don't care about that, if you just thought this was a fun little video, then I hope you all have a wonderful day and that you enjoyed this one regardless. Thank you very much for watching, because I'll see you next time. Goodbye.